if you want. Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and I just got a message from Maff actually saying, what did he say? He said, not sure I can do today's stand-up. Maybe able to drop in for a bit. Suddenly, lots happening over here. Okay, so I'm not sure if we'll see Maff, but never mind. Hopefully, actually, I'll just send a message saying. I'll just say, please drop in if you can. Okay. Anyway, if he doesn't appear, I'm probably going to keep this fairly short, actually, because it's obviously like an amazingly lovely day, and I think this is going to be like the peak of the hot weather. So I might pop out for a bit of lunch with me daughter. That'd be nice. Anyway, let's just have a quick look at the comments. So, Scotty, your songs. It's hot here at night, lonely, black and quiet on a hot summer night. I can't think which one that is now. Sort of rings a bell. Right, begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion, unobtrusive plays the song that's so elusive, and the magic music makes you morning. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. Okay, so Kaz saying, Scotty, you're an early. Okay, okay, right. Anyway, hello, Kaz. Lovely to see you here. Are you a musician work-wise somehow? I think. Ozzy's here. Good day, mate. Good day indeed. No, just a stereo junkie. Yeah. Blaze, hello, Blaze. Hi, Save. What's your thought on our bags of Borg, XTP, and Chippy? Okay. Okay, I'll do them in this order. Hang on. Let me write them down, and then we'll see if we can look at any charts. Actually, obviously we can't much with XTP. Because I do have a few thoughts about these, so I'm just going to write down Borg, XTP, and Chippy. And I must admit, those are probably the only altcoins I've got decent amounts of. I'll probably also include CRO, which is going to come into the conversation as well. And also, what's the other one? Can't think what I've got now. CRO and I don't know. It'll come to me anyway. Oh, Billy Idol, Hot in the City. Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay. Right. I'll should we do them first? Yeah. Let's have a look anyway. Maybe if I open a new tab, and I won't forget to share it once I've done it. Okay. So share that one instead. Let's change to a different layout. Let's use one. I haven't got anything on. Let's use that one. Share that. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is something I touched on briefly the other day with maff. This was what my mate Keith Waring down in Malaga sent me the other day, saying, have a look at the weekly chart for Bitcoin. And I mean, that is quite a mad chart, isn't it? I think it's reasonably valid as well. What he was looking at here, he was looking at obviously the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, and looking like we're getting a bit of a bounce there. He did himself kind of full port it around about 59k. So that's what he's doing. Probably not a bad call at all, actually, because yeah, we've certainly seemed to have just gone up since then. Now, what he was looking at was, he was saying he's looking for the MACD to go positive. So this is the MACD down here, the moving average convergence divergence. And obviously it's still pink at the moment, which is to do with the actual MACD thingy lines. Obviously we need the blue one to cross over the orangey one. But you can see the sort of thing that happens when that does that. So for example, let's get a vertical line. So that was here in like May 2025 when we're at 104, and obviously we went to all-time high after that. This one here was October 24 when we were at 68k, and then it went up a lot after that. This one back here was October 23 when we were down at like 25k. Obviously we went up a hell of a lot from then, and this goes back, you know, much further, sort of like probably even to the pandemic sort of times, I would say. Probably have to make it a bit bigger. Yeah. So if you see here, about then, April 2020, it went into the green there, and that was when we were at like, was it really just over 7k? Of course it went down to 3, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, even though you'd probably just watched it go from 3k to 7k, and you think, oh, surely it won't go up from there. It obviously did, didn't it? By a factor of like 20. Is that right? Well, 3. Yeah. Is that right? 3, 30, 60. Yeah. Well, yeah, and the rest. But yeah, so that might be something worth bearing in mind. So if that's what we're seeing on the weekly, I wonder what something like what's the smaller one, like 3-day time frame, that might be something worth thinking about as well. And that is almost getting to the green. Now the MACD is a lagging indicator. I mean, I think all indicators are kind of lagging, aren't they? Because you know, they're obviously using stuff that happened in the past to predict the future, and you know, nobody knows what's going to happen. So I think by nature all indicators are lagging, but certainly the MACD going green is something that is extremely bullish. So that's worth thinking about. Let's just have a quick look there. So Scotty's saying stochastic on BTC weekly flipping bullish. stochastic on Bitcoin weekly flipping bullish. Okay. So I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of the MACD for the minute, and let's add in Quadzilla. Have I got it there? Let's just add it here. So that is Quadzilla. Okay. And it's thinking about it. Obviously, that's going to take a while to process all the weekly data. Okay. So, ooh, it is. Look, it's right down here, isn't it? That's incredible. Okay. So when was the last time it was like that? I know I always say that. It was kind of back here, wasn't it? So that's coming down like that. Yeah. I wonder if we'll start to see some of those trend shields like what we did there. Might do. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's answer them questions for who was it now? It was for Paul, wasn't it? What's your name? Blaze London. Yeah. Okay. So Borg is there, isn't it? Okay. Well, I mean, generally, as like a company and stuff like that, I am generally quite bullish about Swissborg, mainly because they do everything properly, and they get the right regulations, all that kind of thing, and you know it should do well. The only problem is that they had that hack, didn't they? And when I was talking to Wizard of Alt up in Manchester the other week, I didn't realise that since then, because they had that hack, it wasn't actually them, was it? It was people who'd staked Solana with like a third-party staking provider or something, and they got hacked and they lost their Solana. I thought they'd all been paid back or something, but apparently they haven't. And like as Wiz was saying, the problem with that is like, you know, they lost their Solana when it was worth like $420. And they're going to get it back when it's worth like 60, if they get it back. And he was saying, you think that's like wrecked the company. I don't see that when I see like, you know, talks and stuff and the videos that, you know, Cyrus and Alex do quite often. So it's not like, I don't think they're going to die, but I think they might struggle. Now I've got a dilemma here where I was one of the original Borg, what they call them, Genesis people, and consequently, you know, that was kind of a privileged sort of level to be at. You know, you had to sort of stake a certain amount before a certain date, and then there was only those Genesis members. Since then, they've just done like different kind of tiers based on how much Borg you've got. So my kind of status now isn't particularly special. So I kind of need to decide what I'm going to do about that. Yeah. So chart wise, I mean, it looks to me like, you know, we could come up to here, like 30 cents. We're currently at 16. So something like a 2x, quite feasible. If we look at that on the smaller time frame, like the 4 hour, not sure that's going to tell us. Probably an immediate thing of like 16 cents. That's not much of an increase though, is it? I mean, I think it will go up if everything else goes up, but whether we get back, let me just go back to the daily, whether we get back to these really lovely prices that we had back here in 2021, I don't know. I mean, I do think the actual token is very undervalued at the moment. It should be worth a lot more. It's just a matter of getting people using it. And I know at the moment they don't have much of a plan to expand beyond Europe, which obviously limits them a little bit. I think if they try to do something in the States or something, then that might be, much more worthwhile. So Swissborg, I'm hanging on to my Swissborg for the moment. However, if we do kind of like double in price from here, if we get towards that 30 cents or so, which is what we were seeing here on the weekly, wasn't it? So that level there, yeah, 30 cents. So I think if we do get up to 30 cents, then I might dump my Swissborg then. Maybe not forever, but maybe if we see a pullback again, then I'll load up again. But it's not something I'm massively keen on so much anymore, because I just didn't realize they hadn't sorted out repaying people from that Solana hack. So there is that. Anyway, that's my thoughts about that. Any thoughts yourselves? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the comments on the stage like what maff does, and I'm going to make them sort of tall like that. And I'm going to make it let's make it yeah, medium. That'll do. Okay. All right, just so I can see it on the screen where I'm monitoring it. Okay. So got Space Cat here as well. Hello, mate. Bom dia. Scotty's saying no, we can all shine like Scotty. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's my thoughts about Borg. I will say though, at this price, it's probably not a bad buy actually. If you bear in mind, we are right down here, and we are getting this trend shield here. When that stops appearing, it'll probably go back up. But how far it goes, I don't know. Obviously, it'd be great if we could get beyond the peak of that at 58 cents or whatever. That would be good. But yeah, it tends to follow the market generally. But as I say, I think at the moment there are problems. Okay, so XTP. XTP, I have no idea how much it costs at the moment. Let me go to coin market cap. And this is actually, no, I could use weeks, couldn't I? Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just gonna put that chart on at the moment. I'm just going to put Bitcoin on the 1 minute because it seems to be quite exciting at the moment. Maybe we should talk about that instead for now. Oh, did that just go up and come down again? Okay. I just saw it go up and then anyway. All right. And just while I'm doing that, I'm just going to log into my weeks account if I have to. I don't think I have to actually. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Hang on a sec. So I have to log in with the app, don't I? Okay. So I'm not even logged in on the app. Right, I've got to select things in various orders. Right, password. Continue. Oh, now they've sent code to my email. Hang on a sec. Oh. All right, got it. Right, okay, so that's that logged in there. Got an email saying I got a suspicious login. Oh dear. Right. Sorry about this. I'll be there in a second. Right, there's the scanner thing. So if I try and scan that, authorize. Excellent. Right. Now let me get to a page that I can share with you. If you want to use weeks, by the way, go to savewithcrypto.org/weeks. And I think there's some sort of offer there set up. I can't remember what it was though. Okay, why is that showing my balance as 0? That's not very good. Oh, because I'm looking at the spot account. No. Oh, so I'm panicking now. Right, I've obviously logged into the wrong account, haven't I? Okay, it doesn't really matter because I just wanted to show you the XTP price anyway. So let's do that. Nearly there. Right. Okay. So I'll share that tab. Okay. Well, that is showing. Oh, I see. I see. It wasn't showing the balance because I've actually got an XTP sell order here at 0.0013. Okay. So yeah, so I've got some XTP in this week's account here. So I'm looking to sell it if the price goes up there. Okay. Well, this is actually looking good, isn't it? This is obviously been coming down since whenever that was. When was that? That was May this year. Probably because nothing much was happening. But then they got the earn feature, which looks all right. You know, if you're happy doing that kind of thing, XTP or TAP rather is probably not a bad place to do it because you know, they are very well regulated. So I don't think they're going to run away with your money. Personally, I'm not doing that so much. Well, I'm doing it for like about $10 worth of Bitcoin, just to make a video about it. I'd rather keep my Bitcoin on a ledger and just, you know, not put it in any yield making thing. It just panics me if I try and do that. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, I've just noticed some comments from Blaze. I just want to have a look at that. Actually, I'll have a look at all the comments. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, so Ozzy's saying hopefully BTC dominance takes a dump. Great for altcoins. Yeah, I think it will at some point. I think it might go up a little bit more though first. Okay, that's the stochastic we looked at. Ascending channel. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, it's always good to have the chart pattern. Aussie there, ready on hand. RSI. Oh, stochastic RSI. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not what I use actually. Space Catty. All right, a few hellos there. Okay. So once I've actually looked at these comments, they sort of grey out on my admin thing. So just make sure I haven't missed anything. Aussie, everything is on sale. Certainly is. Certainly is. Apart from petrol. So oil's doing well. Okay. So Blaze, yes, when I attended the London Borg meetup, they seem positive. The only place I see XTP is on weeks. Yeah, I think that's the only place it is. I think you can swap it on Uniswap or something like that, but I don't think anybody wants to do that anymore, do they? Oh, right. I just logged in on the app. It seems to be up 63% this week. Is that XTP you're talking about? In which case, let me have a look on mine. I don't like it if you don't use it for like a day. It sort of goes down quite a lot. I mean, it logs out. Tap. Okay. Don't know really. Looking on the 7-day chart. Yeah, 7-day chart said it's up 36%. Tap is okay. Have we got any news? I don't think we have actually. The only thing I thought, well, I did put it in the Tap Telegram this morning. I don't want to show you because it might contravene something. Or shall I? No, I better not. Okay. So what I did, because I got an email yesterday from crypto.com basically saying that in September they're not going to have multi-currencies supporting the card, the Visa card, and as far as I can see, they never did because when I was in France, I had the Euro card, so I was literally getting euros, loading the crypto.com card with euros, and then spending euros, getting the cash back. And then I moved to England, and I said, "Can you convert it to so the base currency is GBP?" And they said, "No, you have to get a new card." So at that point, I could only load the card with GBP. I couldn't load it with euros as well. So I'm not sure they ever had this kind of dual thing. Anyway, so I've queried it with the support, and I mean, it's quite a simple question I asked, but I just said, "Are you discontinuing support for GBP on your Visa cards in September?" And they said, "Oh, we'll have to escalate this to a higher team." I was thinking, it's not that difficult, is it, to answer that? My thinking is like, if that is the case, and they're not going to support GBP after September, one thing is that is pretty crap because that's what I've been using since 2020. And to be honest, the way it works is if I've got money in GBP, I put it on my crypto.com card, I spend it, and then I get the rewards in CRO. And I've been doing that for years now, 6 years now. And if I have to convert GBP into euros, there's no way I'm spending euros in the UK. I'm paying that conversion twice just for my 4% cashback. It's probably not going to be worth it. I mean, it might be, but I don't think overall it will be. So I put a message in the in the Tap group saying it looks like crypto.com are discontinuing their GBP Visa cards in September. This will literally drive millions of people hunting around for a crypto card that can be loaded with GBP. Imagine how good this could be for Tap if they get GBP card loading sorted before September. And there's just one person actually replied saying, "Yeah, I saw that as well. It could be amazing." And it could. The thing is, will Tap get GBP loading sorted before September? Kind of doubt it, to be honest. But if they do, that's going to be really, really good for the price of XTP. Meanwhile, it is definitely going up, isn't it? So what time frame's that? That's 1 day. So even within like the hourly, I mean, the liquidity of this thing is like shocking. It's terrible. But nevertheless, the price is going up, so that'll probably continue to do so. And it doesn't look like it's that far off my target now of that point what is it now? $0.0015. That's 0.15 cents, isn't it? So my plan is if that gets there, I'm going to sell this bit, and then if it comes down again, I might buy some more. If not, I might just use it for something else. It's not a lot there. It's 454 XTP, which is currently worth about $590. Can't remember what I bought it for actually. I suppose it's here, isn't it? Oh. It must have been a while ago. How far can I go back? April the 12th. Oh, okay. So what was I doing? So I was selling. So I was selling XDP then. Okay. Oh no. They all never got filled, did they? Yeah, no, it didn't get filled. Okay. So I can't remember what price I bought it at. I seem to remember it being about $400 for whatever I got, which is currently worth about what's it worth? $590. So that's not bad. My thinking there was, I don't know. I'll just keep it. If it goes up, sell it. I don't know really. If TAP have done something good by, well, this year sort of thing, then I might decide to use it for something within the TAP system. Otherwise, I don't know. I won't be afraid to sell it and do something else with it, to be honest. But anyway, we're only talking like $600 or so. So there is that. Okay. Now the other thing you mentioned was Chippy, which we also cannot look at on a chart. So let's look at it on the DEX screener. Okay. And this obviously did something on the 8th of July, which was Wednesday. Okay, it's Friday today, isn't it? That was obviously something that happened. I know. That might have happened. Let's just go out a bit further. 12:45. That probably happened around the time or just before the Crypto Saving Expert AMA. And apparently there was some bullish news talked about there about Chippy. Now, in the Telegram this morning, I posted something in the Chippy Telegram saying, what did I say? Sorry, I know you can't see this, but so just seeing if anyone's replied. What I said was, I want to make another free Chippy Friday video. I missed the town hall on CSE on Thursday, unfortunately. Can anybody give me a quick summary of any Chippy news? Thanks in advance. And someone answered saying they also missed the town hall and nothing. No, so nobody replied to that, which is annoying. I did notice with the Chippy thing, though, is what they appear to have done. And I will show you this in a moment. Okay, so if I share my X account, and we go to maybe it'd be nice if they made a bit more of an announcement. But so this was the post from this morning. This was the one about the free Chippy Friday sort of thing, which I'm probably going to get involved with, saying it's once again our special day and we have now upped the reward amount. It's free Chippy Friday. Every Friday, join in and claim your free meal. Buy a meal from a Chippy restaurant or pub, no home-cooked meals. Take a photo of your meal with a timestamp, screenshot of chart, date, or receipt in the pic. Must hold 1.2 million Chippy. That's gone up a little bit. There used to be 1 million. It's now 1.2. That's okay. Post your photo with a hashtag free Chippy Friday. Rewards $20 in Chippy to cover your meal. $20, that's cool. That used to be $10. Well, they used to say it was $10 to $15. It was generally always about $10. And I don't know about you, but like the only place I could get fish and chips for less than $10 was by going to a Weatherspoons pub between 1 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon when it's like much cheaper. And then it worked out, I think it was about £9, which is not even $10. So, well, that's more than $10. So I don't think that was possible, actually. So I'm really pleased that's $20. I am actually still waiting for some rewards from the 26th of June. For some reason, they haven't sent them to me, and I have to keep nagging Sammy every day for it. I did notice here, I don't know who made this graphic here, but it says buy a meal anywhere, and it's actually got a burger and chips there, which I didn't believe was the case, and it doesn't actually specify it has to be a fish there. I thought the whole thing was about supporting the fish industry, but don't know, maybe it's not. What have we got so far? That's definitely a fish. Yeah, not a lot really. Anyway, let's go back to the chart. So that's the 15-minute chart. Daily chart is looking good. It's looking like that was a bottom there, and there is some kind of like momentum there. Now I know for a fact that while Solana is pretty much hanging out of its arse, then it's Jordan's not going to release the version 2 of Chippy. Apparently it's ready to go, but I know he wants to see Solana more attractive, and that makes sense, I suppose. But I would love to see some kind of rise like what we had here back at the end of 2025 when the price went right up there. That would be lovely. But it's not dead. That's the whole point. It's kind of it's come down a hell of a lot, and the recent pump is like you can barely see it. But I think it's going to be okay. That noisy motorbike is going to come past again today. If it does, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just wish we could chart it. We can't, unfortunately, because we haven't got a chart on TradingView where we can do that. Let's just have a look at some of the comments. I think there are some about this. Okay. Space Catty, we are all like Dr. Gadget, but without cool gadgets, just apps for everything. It's a sad world. Yeah, well, it's not all about apps, is it? I suppose it is, really. Scotty, I've been looking at dumb phones recently to try and unplug from the matrix. I know what you mean, actually. I had to make a phone call on my phone this morning. I had to phone the council up about a speed bump that had fallen apart. And it was like really dangerous. There was like metal bits sticking out the road, and just trying to use a regular phone. Well, trying to use my phone as a phone. I just thought I do that about 6 times a year. Shocking, really. Anyway, yeah, an old Nokia phone. That's what you want. Yeah. Anyway, Scotty, selling XTP, but why? Can't really go in alert. No, I'm gonna not all of it. I mean, I've got a chunk of it staked in the app. That's just some that I was playing around with in weeks, and it's literally some that it's just well, yeah, it's like $400 worth. If I can turn that 400 into 800 and then drops a bit, then I can buy it back, and then I'll do a bit of that just to get more of it. But yeah, not really selling it completely. So there will be the stuff in the app, and I did just restake it around about the start of June. Admittedly, for full transparency, I did have a bit of a deal going on with Arson, where he said if I staked my XTP to the what is it now, the premium tier, the second to highest, and if I talked about it in a positive way on YouTube and stuff, then he would bump up my tier to the top one. So I've actually now got the prestige tier. Having said that, I don't really do much with it, and I probably should, but I will certainly make videos and stuff when there is something positive to talk about. And I think positive things will happen. It's just I wish there was better people in control of the socials and stuff, because it does seem a bit childish at times. Space Catty, did you find anything worthy? My mum loved those. The feeling of slapping the phone on someone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you reckon phones will still be about in 10 years' time, or do you reckon it'll just be like just like something on your ear, or where you just like have a like a voice companion? You know, that's what you need really. You just need something you clip on your ear or your ears, and then you just go. You know, can you help me navigate to the Rose and Crown? And you know, something will do that, or you say, "Can I call Mum, please?" And then it will make a phone call. In my case, to a celestial being. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be good to get everyone away from those little screens, you know, because I find it really pitiful when you see people just walking around all day long, just, you know, staring at a phone. There's a girl who walks past here every day, you know, and she just seems to walk around for miles and miles, just headphones on, staring at a phone. And it's like, there's actually quite a lot of stuff to look at, you know. It's like, it's quite pretty here. There's like lovely trees, sound of bird song, all that kind of thing, and you know, just missing out on it all because you're just staring at the phone. You know, don't know. Anyway, that's just me being an old git, I suppose, isn't it? Scotty, I still need Spotify, an aux input, and decent speakers on it. I found the Commodore and bring one out. Okay, cool. I suppose really the old Nokias, they've got the old GSM technology, which you don't really want, do you? Because that's like, you know, basically microwaves your brain, doesn't it? Anyway, Commodore seems a cool one, even though everyone's criticised it, saying everything was AI generated. But you know, okay, I don't actually know about that particular model. Scotty, Swissborg aren't responding to any open tickets at the moment. What, generally? Oh, that's not good. I probably will. Okay. Yeah, I don't want a Google phone. Right. Did you consider Linux phones? Oh, like I'll be popular with maff when he's a Linux boy. Okay. Right. There's lots of phone talk here. Maybe I should make a video about such phones. Okay. Nameless One is here. Oh, hello, Nameless One is here. Are you subscribed? I hope you are. Hello. Any chance we get back to 60k-ish? Oh yeah, definitely. Just not right at the moment, I don't think. Okay. Hello. Nice to see you talk about Chippy. It is a very interesting project. Great to see it come back to life. It is. I'll tell you one thing about it though, is oh, not though, but like one thing about it is when the price of Chippy was super, super low a few weeks ago, we were getting like 30,000 Chippy, 30, I think the biggest one was 35,000 Chippy for doing the free Chippy Friday. So you can see at the moment, if I get my calculator out, you probably can't see it, can you? No, you can't. But basically, if we get the current price, which is 0.0006915, okay, and multiply that by how much rewards I got a few weeks ago, and annoyingly, this actually includes the one I'm missing as well, which was 35,000 Chippy. Okay, so 35,000 Chippy. That would actually be $24. Is what I got. And that was the one where it was actually worth about $10 at the time. So, you know, if I go and do it today and I get rewarded like $20 worth of Chippy, then, you know, that could easily double in a week. And it means every week, you know, I'm spending like 10 quid on fish and chips, and you know, I could be getting the equivalent of like, I don't know, you know, $50-$100 worth of Chippy. And my Chippy account has actually grown from something like 1.9 million Chippy when I started doing it in October 2023. I think we have pretty much done it every week since, actually. It's like the only bad meal I have every week. Let me just look. And the current what I've got is 2.45 million Chippy. So So I've probably gained nearly 500,000 chippy just by doing the free Chippy Friday. So that's pretty cool. Anywho, right. There was obviously a bit where I was out of favour with the CSE lot, but I think we're all friends again now. So so that kind of makes things a bit more palatable, really. Anyway, should we get back to Bitcoin? Okay, right. So it's Bitcoin on the 1 minute here. I'm just going to put the Quadzilla back on. And just before I talk about that, I just noticed a comment from Scotty, not that one. Nameless one is here. Sorry, I'm asking about BTC. Would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, no, that's what I meant at 60k. We'll look at that in a moment. Okay. Yeah, Scotty, I wouldn't trust anything affiliated with TMG. I know what you mean. I don't think the guy is bad in any way. He's probably a bit risky. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Everything seems fishy about that project. It certainly is. That's by nature. I see. Okay. Are you new, Gaza? I hope you are. But if so, please do make sure you're subscribed, and you're very, very welcome. Boom, boom. Okay. I think TAP has a big future. I'm just being flippant. TAP. If they get it right, yeah, I think they need a bigger team, and they need a more professional social people. Yeah. Anyway, phones seem to be getting bigger. Well, they are, aren't they? Because I think, in the old school phones, my favorite was the Nokia, was it 8310 or something? It was like a little tiny thing. I used to think they were brilliant because, like, you could literally, have it in your pocket and you hardly knew it was there. Unfortunately, it didn't do anything apart from make phone calls and do text, but which wouldn't be much use these days, would it? Anyway, so yeah, let's have a look at Bitcoin. So will it come back to 60k? Yeah, highly likely, really. I mean, let's look at this on a bigger time frame, like the daily. Oh, actually, this is what I was showing at the start of the show, actually, and I didn't really explain what it's all about. I just happened to find this old chart, and if I turn off Quadzilla for the moment, what I was actually looking at, I was looking at in the 5 hour time frame. I'd marked off all these lines here, and basically what it was a bullish cross of the 21 and 55 EMAs, and noting that they'd all been pretty good. That said, this last one here, which was in 16th of June, wasn't particularly good because, like, I think actually we put Quadzilla back on, you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're talking about the cross of this yellow and green line here. So that is, the yellow is the 21 EMA, exponential moving average, and the green is the 55 EMA. So at that point there, they crossed bullish, but unfortunately that was very short-lived because they crossed bearish pretty much straight after. Now what we've got now, we've got a bullish cross on the 4th of July. Okay, and we're now on the 10th of July. That's gone quick, hasn't it? 10th of July, and they've remained so that the yellow is above the green. Now, what you want to see to get what we call a trend in motion, which means it has momentum, it's going for it. What you want to see is the 5, the red one there is a 5 EMA, the cyan is a 9 EMA, then 21 and 55. So you want to see these in this order, like red, cyan, yellow, green. Okay. Now this obviously had a bit of a tumble here, and this is always pretty good because pretty much when you see the 5 cross the 9, pretty much that the 9 is going to come down to 21. So that's going to be quite a reasonable dip there. So that happened, but now we're back into this kind of like red, cyan, yellow, green. So it looks like we're going to go up for a little while. Looking at that on the 5-minute time frame. Now, obviously, we've got levels we're going to struggle at, which you can't see so much. Oh, you can actually. So here on the 5-minute, we've got this bearish retracement up here. That's actually quite high. That's at 78.9. Not sure we're going to get that high, but if we do, that will probably be where we reject. In the meanwhile, we've got this one here at 72.261. Now, what that is, that's the step three rather, of this bullish retracement here. So what's happened here is that started painting there. We went up. Let's make that a neutral color just to avoid confusion. So that went up, and then it went back down to that level, and it overshot. It actually overshot, completing that bullish one there as well, and went right down to here. So that is step one, step two, and you can see here that what we need to do is to come back to that step three. How likely is this to happen? Well, we can look at the stats on Quadzilla. If we enable the statistics, where is it? So we look at the retracement levels. So that is a bullish retracement. Okay, so there's been 94 step ones, and 85 of those have completed step two, and 83 of them have completed step three. So there's a 97.65% chance that the price is going to get to there. Okay. Now, as good as these stats are, it doesn't actually tell you when that's going to happen. We haven't quite perfected the crystal ball type thing, but that is certainly something that we could expect. Let me just turn it off for the moment. Okay. So yeah, that level there, that's quite likely. But equally, we've got a bullish one down here with the same probabilities of what we just looked at. And that one's at 60.678. So it's also quite possible that we could go to there or even there. And if we do get there, then it's quite possible that we can reject there and come all the way back down to there. There's no reason why that couldn't happen. So yeah, certainly not out of the realms of possibility. But for now, let's look at one of my silly time frames, which is like 1 minute. Let's just remove these arrows. And you can see here that what it probably wants to do here is just, complete these retracement levels here, which will certainly come down to there to 63.7. And then obviously you got that one there, 63.06. And then all these ones back here, they are still valid, even though they stopped drawing after a while. That one there is at 61.925. So honestly, I believe we do have a reasonable amount of up and down going. I don't think we're in a bull market. I think this is like a bit of relief in a bear market. And that's what I think. Okay. Anyway, let's just have a look at some comments. I'm going to have to go shortly because, as I say, we are going to pop out for lunch. Space Catty, in the daily, the 9 and 21 are already crossed 2. That seems promising. Okay. So the daily, the 9 and the 21. Okay, so that's the, yeah, for sure. The, yeah, nice spot there, Space Catty. That's cool. Yeah, so the 9 and the 21, they did indeed cross yesterday. Yeah, so I would say for the moment, you know, a bit more up, possibly, but I don't think we're going to go to like 80 odd K, etc. But we'll see. Okay, right. I'm probably going to leave it there. Now, I've got some videos to make. I'm certainly going to make one about crypto.com because they're just been so weird with me with the support. I don't think they want to answer my question because they know I'll probably make a video about it. So I'm going to make a video about it. Is that going to affect the CRO price? I don't know, possibly. What's it doing now? It's not doing particularly well, is it? How about CRO versus Bitcoin? CRO versus Bitcoin is pretty bad. That's actually at the level it was at last year in the summer. Yeah, it needs something good to happen to give it something like that, doesn't it?
Hey.
Oh, hello. Right. What was all that hey about? Let's have a look. Okay, that was a super up here on Bitcoin. So yeah, looks like that. After that little pullback there, might get a little bit more of a pump. We'll probably go up to that level there. I think we'll just do a bit of that until 2:30, which is only like half an hour away. So I think that's when we can probably expect the price to either go up here or come down there. But yeah, lots of these retracement levels left here that probably will get completed at some point or other. But yeah, anyway, we'll just finish off with Space Cat. You're saying, "Oh my God, I got scared." You got scared? What were you scared of? Okay, don't be scared. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there. Please do make sure you are subscribed and all that, and make sure you give the stream a big like. It's really important because we are slowly starting to get more and more subscribers. I mean, it's working really slow, but yeah. Oh, Scotty, I'll tell you what. Have you got any? Oh, the hay sound. Oh yeah, sorry. Scotty, if you've got any more news about GGP, Great Land Resources, whatever it is, then do feel free to post it in wherever on X or in the Discord or whatever, because I'm quite interested in that company now. I sort of I did buy a few shares a bit lower, and just wondering what to do with them. So yeah, if you've got any info about that, that's great. Right, and thank you so much. Brilliant. All right. I was going to say something and then I forgot. Right. Anyway, I might do a little bit of something over the weekend. I'll definitely make some videos. Like I say, I definitely want to do a CRO one and all that. And yeah, cool. Thanks everyone. Thanks Scotty. Thanks Kaz. Thanks Space Cat. Thanks Paul. Thanks Aussie. Who else? Nameless one here. I'm not sure who you are. Gaza. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Please do like the stream on the way out, and have a great afternoon. Get outside, enjoy the sunshine, and I'll see you all live on Monday, and maybe not so live over the weekend. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and see you soon. Ciao. Bye.